Do you know the way?
Hey, traders, welcome to episode 777. Super duper holy stream. Good. I'm good with this. And you could be doing anything, but you're here, and I appreciate it. You know, alright, starting the stream with Bitcoin again. Anyone asleep yet? Well, you've probably been asleep for a little while. Yeah, Bitcoin sold off again. Got into the 7200s last night. It's rallying towards the end of the day. Still just waiting for a higher low than the previous low to develop before maybe running again. But there's always a chance that might not happen, right? And again, like from a trader standpoint, not really concerned about whether it pivots here and runs to the upside one more time or not. I'm more concerned as a swing trader, seeing how this positive, histogram develops, right? Well, it just remember last time, okay? I think it's really interesting last time, right? Where you had the same type of stuff, right? Where it's like you rallied, you increased a little bit in value, not really, just sideways. You did that. Look, even when you were just going sideways, look, you even had one more move up, right? You ran up once, then you ran up one more time after that, and then you sold off. And at the time, you were just holding on to positive momentum for a certain amount of time. I don't know, like a couple weeks. So maybe that could be in store for Bitcoin. At the end of the day, we don't really care. We're waiting for divergence. We're waiting for reasons besides just it's at a support resistance. We're waiting for those reasons to maybe feel more confident to believe there might be a bigger reversal to the upside, okay? So far, you got none of it. And if you're talking on the short side, it's like, well, certainly, you're not, thinking about high to low. You had a 50% retrace. That's a potential reversal area. Okay. I guess there was a lower risk up here. But at the time, we had, broken out of a channel and stuff. So, it's whatever, man. You're in a downtrend until you're not. So, again, really important to have coinciding variables at supports. All right. Stock market filled the gap today. Right? Did it not? It really did. 3,111. It was discussed to the dollar amount last night or yesterday in the stream. And we got it, right? Back inside the pattern. Big red candle today. Largest red candle we've seen, seems like, since either October. Yeah, like the beginning of October, big red candles. Last time we'd seen something like that. So, okay, false breakout. You're back. The bearish divergence that was at its strongest levels as of yesterday, talking about it. Market was closed yesterday for the weekend. Doesn't matter. This is all the same analysis. There was a higher probability of a reversal to the downside than prices continuing to run to the upside, even though we know it could because the plunge protection team and the Fed, the presidential administration, everyone is trying to keep this thing lifted, propped up. So, this has hurt a lot of long positions on just longer term trades. Okay, yeah, but also short positions were also helped too, with the sell-off. So that's why it's important to look in the macro, analyze the macro before you analyze an individual asset in the stock market. Okay. By the way, I want to give a big shout out to Joe Fabiano. That's like his name in Discord and stuff, and on YouTube. So I'm not like doxing him, but like thanks Fabiano, man, for he gave, he hooked me up with a thumbnail, right? The thumbnail that you see on this stream, that's all him, dude. So big round of applause.
Please clap.
Thanks, dude. Great pick. So, again, man, stock market down. Bitcoin still kind of down. It's not even up on the day. And the day, we've got 50 minutes until that candle closes. And we know just a couple days ago, the monthly closed, the weekly closed yesterday. So, great, man. Across the crypto sphere, nothing. VeChain's probably the most notable asset still, just because of what it's done. What it ended up doing was it ran up, crescendoed nearly 80% of 1 penny, and pulled back pretty violently. And it's just been sitting there. And it sold off really hard. I think it was almost in the red on the day before recovering a little bit. But you got to think now, it's like, okay, we just got our first positive histogram wick. So not overbought on the daily. So you got to think, is this it? Is it just going to double top, or is it the positive momentum going to continue to build on higher prices to where we continuously build and maybe get to overbought territory, and maybe we get to a 113% retrace at 85% of 1 penny before selling off again? Remember we were talking about, these areas up here, 1272, 1414, those are extremely low risk shorting areas. Especially if you can get some sort of bearish divergence on the oscillators at the same time, hitting those fib extensions. Okay. And the maximum criteria of a cipher would be the 1414. That's like the absolute. That's it, man. It's really off. I don't know why it's off a little bit like that. What was it? High to low. Oh, what the? There we go. Sorry. Oh, that was off. Was it? Yeah, I don't know. Well, I was off. All right, so that high to low, you can see the 1414. That's what you're looking for. But we also know the reversal can occur, the 113% retrace minimum. So between that and that, right? 86% of a penny to 95% of 1 penny, right? That's the reversal area for this asset if it can break the 100% retrace, which it has not done yet. All right, and then if that is where it reverses now, that's the target area, 786 down here. Okay, for a long, and that could take months, weeks to months. Okay, great. That's VeChain, man.
VeChain doing things.
Thanks so much for doing stuff on this market that just is so mundane and boring. Puts you to sleep. Everything looks the same. Nothing really budges, but when it does budge, normally everything just drops like 15%. Great. Awesome. And it takes like a month. GF Airplane says no divergent present on VeChain, so it's not the best reward risk. No, remember, like, this is all hypothetical, and the thing is, you haven't even gotten to 113% retrace, but by the time you get to 113% retrace to a 1414, 141.4% retrace, it is very likely that you will see divergence, right? I think no matter how high we go, even if we get a 1618, we'll probably show lower levels of positive momentum on this rally than this one. Okay, this was insane. That's what happens on it. That's why ciphers are created, man. It's like those attempted rallies. They can make those higher highs, but by the time they get to those higher prices, there is divergence normally showing. You can see it, where it's very possible it could occur on both oscillators, right? So again, we're not even there yet, so we can't say that. But by the time we get there, more histogram wicks could be developed. They will certainly be there in the coming days. So it doesn't just like double top, and double tops can occur too. What's up, Michigan Crypto Girl? Good to see you. Oh, Mic volume's low. What the heck? Mother of God. I don't know what to do. It's at its max level on the entire PC, I think. Hold on. Let me see. Microphone. It's the volume mixer. Wait, isn't it? Microphone. I don't know if this is gonna mess anything up. Breaker 19. I don't know. No, that's not gonna happen. What the heck? No. Alright, I'm sorry. I don't know. Just turning down some of my system noises. It's kind of annoying, dude, dealing with this. Turn that up, though. I don't know. I turned up the OBS, which... Okay, whatever. I'm screwed. I'm just going to keep my face close to my mic if we're having these issues. Because I noticed it yesterday. Like, the audio was just too loud. And I was like, there's no reason why. Because of the decibel levels I know. Anyway. So, you know, it's like, we can go to BAT now, which is down 3.38%. You know, remember this one? Oh, yeah, getting closer and closer. The issue I have with this is it'd be nice to get some sort of random reversal here to the upside so you can continue losing the negative momentum. But I don't know how in the world at the 786 now you're going to be seeing any kind of bullish divergence on the daily, which is exactly what you want to see at PCZs, pattern completion zones, or price reversal zones, PRZs. Okay, you're just not going to probably get it here. There's no way. So that kind of sucks, but doesn't mean it's not an value area. Maybe what'll happen is instead of a 786, it does end up getting to an 886. Always possible. Right? You got to think about outside the box, right? Maybe at this point, divergence could occur on one of the oscillators, but none so far. So it's, volume's good. Speakers are low. Roku massive dump. Heard that before in the past. Well, well, well. Old Roku.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
The idea that we were in the midst of some sort of, major complex pattern. The attempt, look, huge impulse, big sell-off, attempted rally. The attempted rally got as high as what, an 88% retrace? Fine, that's perfect. That's the max criteria for these harmonics on B2C. Great, beautiful. Guess what else was going on the way up? You could only guess. What's this called? I think you know at this point. But please tell me how it's not practical. What was this? Just barely. Wow. Right? 1, 2, 3, all the way up. Higher prices. Get wrecked. See you down. Maybe one day. Roku, you know, this is only a 52% retrace. That's crazy. Seems deeper. I guess not. But, yeah, this is, you know, a lower high. It wouldn't be a 786. It would, in fact, be the PCC at the 886. This could take forever to get down there, if it ever does, which it may not. But, again, man, you're talking about complexity. Right? How long did it take for X to A to develop? It took from December 2018 to September 2019. It could very well take just as long to develop C to D. That's to happen, all right? Look at the parabola line. It was broken, man. It was rally and then dump. Just like Spotify kind of going on, right? So Anyway, man, it seems crazy now. It seems insane right now. But like there's the 1618 here. 1618 is closer to the 786. That's also something to think about. You think that this would be a valid area too, right? This little zone on Roku eventually. I mean, there's a little support here, I guess. You didn't even fill the gap. I mean, I guess you had filled the gap. Like on the way up, you filled it on the way down. Are there any more gaps besides the one that was just created? It looks like a gap down at like 108. Never filled here. You could also look at this too. Look, and it's like XA B. A little too deep though. A little too deep. Cipher 786, right? That could also be, something too. But if you're looking at the larger pattern, there's shorter term stuff and there's longer term stuff. All right, it happens. Just thinking outside the box with harmony and wave analysis. You sure shoot no at an 88% retrace with this kind of bearish divergence. The probability increases that it would dump, not pump. And that's really just what should be taken away from all of this. Okay, man. All right, Roku Connect. You asked for it. You got it. Up to 137 after hours. Oh my god, $1, dude. After, remember, before the market opened, it was at 160 roughly. Or at least as of last week. Good god. So Matt Karan, what about the DMZ, the Demilitarized Zone Connect? Yeah, I don't know, dude. Don't really know. I get you though. I know what that means. Okay. It's weird. I don't know why I'm going to look at it. I just am. Maker, because it's in like the top 20 or something. It's up like 13.3%. This thing's all over the place. Up, down, up, down. I mean, once it hit this PCZ 786, besides the flash crash, welcome to crypto. Hi, it's crypto. Besides that, it ran up to a 50% retrace, which we know. This is a scuffed pattern because it's like a 70% retrace. So not really the best. But again, after hitting 50%, it then reverses price action, which is exactly what fibs are meant for. Us, helping us see, identifying reversal areas. So great, man. Great. I don't know, man. Guess we get a Litecoin. Just going around doing the crypto stuff to appease people. People need their crypto. All right. Wow. Nothing special on Litecoin. It's down 4% on the day. Ran up to this $48 area. Look left, right? You hit it. You were unable to break it, and now you're failing. Probably has everything to do with Bitcoin too. Okay. So, maybe it rallied. Look, it doesn't matter. It's like, it's not going to do anything Bitcoin doesn't do. If Bitcoin rallies to the upside, hits a 50% retrace instead of a 38%, then Litecoin will probably go up too. If Bitcoin's like, okay, it's time to go test 6,800 again, well, then Litecoin's going back down to $42. It's that easy. It's that simple. It's like these things aren't even special. They're just tied almost exactly to Bitcoin right now. Until something changes, fine. Show me something that would maybe not believe that right now. It does everything that Bitcoin does. Okay. What? When Cybertruck? Whenever we want, man. We can do a Cybertruck anytime you want, dude. Oh, got a shout out to, we got some new patrons today. Really, really appreciate it. Nodulin Max. From my state, which is awesome, dude. Brian M. Danny, Billy. Thank you all for joining the Patreon today. And then, of course, like people that have joined since the first. Really appreciate it. It's the beginning of the month, so it's the best time to join the Patreon. If you want to know more about how to identify trends, how to identify reversals, understand Fibonacci more, harmonics, everything I do in this stream. The best way to do it is by joining the Patreon and watching the educational videos more than once, right? So, what's up, Brian? Yeah, we look at CGC. Thanks, dude, for joining. Shout out to you just a moment ago, right? So this one, this is the same. Whoa, sorry, it's in log. This is the same analysis I gave every time I've looked at this. Oh my God, dude, I think it's too loud. No, it's just me, probably. You know, this thing hit a 78% retrace and a 1414 fib extension, right? For 78% retrace from X to A, a 141% retrace from B to C, meaning like, you know, if you anchor from a low to a high, and this retraces to from this highest point to the lowest point, that's a 100% retrace. But when you exceed that 100%, it starts becoming like a 1272, 127%, 141%, 161%. But this thing got down to a 141% retrace, which, if you know Fibonacci, that is a fib extension. So there was a confluence area right here, and that is probably a good reason why this thing popped to the upside. Yet it's not really making any higher highs yet. But you got to think, if this pattern was to actually play out, and this is a textbook bullish Gartley, if this was to play out, there are much higher prices in store for it, CGC. But we've seen before where these things can crap out at the 786 and then try out of the 886 before completely reversing the upside, faking out everybody. Okay, so there are deeper value areas on CGC. Like if you look left, there's like critical sports at like $10, which is a long way away, right? You'd have to lose almost half your value to get there. So you just got to think that maybe Fibonacci and just classic harmonic stuff could yield us higher prices here before hitting that support. Okay. Really wasn't too much divergence. Yeah, not much divergence. RSI a little bit, right? Just a little bit. Kind of like making those lower lows, and then it's just like higher levels relative strength. So you work on a weekly diverging, but look at this now. You're below the 200-week moving average for the first time ever. Really, that's what kind of sucks on this. So you know, pot stocks in a correction, but fundamentals looking pretty decent. All right. Well, that's it, man. I mean, if this is X, A, B, C, D, this is the reversal area. That's it. Following the textbook, man. Following the way that we've seen many successful harmonics hit these areas and rally to much higher prices. Okay. So there you go, Brian, man. Said good long on the weekly. Well, really, all you've done is you fell below, got some support, and now you're testing as resistance. And again, I think there are better value areas like $10, but again, you may not ever get down there, assuming that the harmonic plays out. Okay, confluence area. Wait, someone talking about Tesla truck? Let's go, dude. Get in my truck. Get in my truck. There it was. All right. Bank of America definitely needs to be looked at because on the selling today, no selling from, I mean, I guess at the very end of the day, selling happened. So this one, very close, waiting on that alert to go off. I mean, this is it, dude. I mean, you're getting closer to that 1618 fib extension. That is do or die time for a short on BAC. Talking about an asset that since the beginning of October has gone straight up. It was at $27, soon approaching $33.40. Well, I mean, $34. The alert set up at like just below $34. So again, man, shorting opportunities, and you could just, I mean, this is all-time highs, man. All-time highs with bearish divergence continually developing. All right. You think that maybe we could hit the 1618 and then have another small level of positive momentum, then it's just like all the way up, lower levels, just continually diverging. And when you show divergence and pending price action, reversal to the downside. Look a high, about the same high, maybe even higher highs if we can get there. Lower levels roll to strength, man. All right, so things are starting to set up really well for Bank of America for potential short trade. That's it. What's up, Solo? Heath L, good to see you. Heath Roll. We have multiple Heaths talking back to back. It's the double Heath. I'm gonna go get the Heath. The Heath. Wow. Ooh, hey, Win Benson, man. I'm counting on you, dude. Hardcore. I need you. I need it. I need some skills. Okay. I mean, like, so Chad, if you don't know, I'm working on the Vet Moonboy spaceship right now. Okay. It's gonna cost over $1 trillion, but it will be worth it in the end for all of you to see when I'm in that spaceship. Okay. Okay. You're asking about LKQ. Zoom out. It's not a tough one. All right. Clearly just bullish consolidation forever, right? Since all right, there's the bottom. There's that. Oh man, hold on, let me change the show price. All right, so like it's the lowest point. Now you've got, like, you know, you had it like this. It would have been created. You were range bound and then the insanity.
We gonna win it all, Mitch. Stat of the day. Dabo is 9-1 ADS last 10 in the postseason. What they see now?
Is that a joint?
I haven't even looked at the lines, dude. I mean, it is Monday, so they just are coming out. I mean, I know there are always early lines, and I know they come up with the lines well before. They came up before, you know, came up with the lines before even Friday or Saturday about this stuff. So let me see real quick. Let me go to my duck 77 on episode 777. Holy crap! We get some hype in the chat for the sevens, dude. Okay. College football. Oh, there it is. All right, so it's like, let's see. Well, did they have it on the normal lines? -7. Tease LSU minus, you know, get them at, you could maybe get a 7-point teaser, get LSU to pick them and tease that with something. Man, think about it. You could get, see, laying that many points, you could get 7, so you could get -9, and that'd be strategic with Ohio State. But yeah, I know you're talking about the other games, right? Clemson -29. See, a 7-point teaser wouldn't help you at all, really. I mean, of course it could, but that would mean 22, -22, and that's awful, right? You'd like -20 if you could, but again, 3 touchdowns in a championship game is just not a very good idea, man. So maybe LSU to pick them with Ohio State -9, or you could get, if you think, man, and hopefully it's not a 59-0 game like that one time with Cardell Jones, you could get Wisconsin. What's a +21? No, you can get it over 3 touchdowns, right? You could take the points and tease 7 more with a +16. That's also a decent idea. But then again, you could get Oklahoma minus. Oh man, that game's okay. I've got a lot to think about here. All right, lots to think about. Don't get me started. I had not turned on that part of me yet for the week. So, very interesting. Oh, Bitcoin's rising? Akin, man, are you sure? Or are you just kidding? don't think you're serious. So LKQ, you can clearly see critical area of resistance. I mean, you're going back from August of 2016. At one time it was an all-time high. You're at it again. You've gone like straight up, man. Yeah, divergence kind of going on, but you could run up one more time before, you can get even more divergence, right? Another pump, and with a gap fill maybe. Let's think about a gap fill is at like 37.48. Maybe we get up there and show some more bearish divergence. The divergence is already real though on LKQ. Let's also think about harmonics too. Potential areas, low risk areas for a short, because this looks like maybe some sort of bat in development. XA, B, C, and then 886 is D. So I don't know if you'll get up there, man. How will you be able to? I don't know where we are. Some people could argue this is a lower risk area for a short, but obviously the lower risk areas, the lowest risk areas, talking about harmonics, going to be at like 41 bucks, and there's the gap fill at 37.51. So again, let's think about maybe a gap filling where we get more positive momentum, but it's still going to be lower levels. So you might be working on triple MACD bearish divergence on higher prices. So again, it's all about 36 bucks. If you can break 36.30, you'll probably fill the gap at 37.48. Now, but remember, this thing's been going nonstop since August. Nonstop, straight up. So look at the gaps to the downside, right? 31.62. This one filled. So targets to the downside definitely going to be like right here. Oops, wrong tool. Yeah, man, it almost looks like just impulse consolidation. Oh man, is that a 4-hour head and shoulders, dude? Oh really? Dang, man, what is that? Just looks like a range, kind of like a bullish rectangle, kind of. Easy to measure if you're zooming in on less significant time scales. You're not worried about everything else. Right? So a rectangle, if you were going to play this in the short term on the 4-hour and not the daily like we're looking at, which is, people do that, it's fine. You clearly can just say, all right, if it's going to make a measured move one way or another, if it's going to break out of the upside or downside, we've got targets. Okay, if you break out of the range, the target happens to be 37.38. Oh my God, how about that? It's pretty much exactly the gap fill. Measurement of the downside. Whoops. $33.49. All right, so you can look at it on the 4-hour, or you can look at it zoomed out, like at the more significant development. Okay, does that make sense on LKQ short term? Then there's long term. Great. You wouldn't take Wisconsin with any amount? Yeah, they got destroyed the first time, like bad. But we'll see. Thanks, Kevin, man, for the 420 again, dude. Thank you. Oh my God, it's still pumping. FYX, it's pumping, but it's down like $20 on the day. Pumping is not $1 move up after hours. Not really that big a deal. Okay. Okay, Q. So let's look at, hey, Carvana, man. Finally, dude. Thought we were screwed on it. It was getting to a point where I was like, oh man, we're screwed. But then it's like, no. But all it did, though, was, it back tested the trend line and regarded it as support. But it's a big old nasty bearish engulfing candle. All right. It's gross. And yeah, technically bearish divergence, high, much higher high, slightly lower levels of positive momentum. All right, so Will the bearish engulfing candle manifest into much lower prices? Will we get back inside of this wedge that was broken just a few days ago? If so, I mean, you can just, I think using targets, you know, from this major low to high, because that's the way you do it with a harmonic anyway. You go low to high. I can get rid of these other Fibonacci's. How far we retraced so far, right? Rimlog!
Bruh.
Before I forget, here's that 20.
Thanks, Rimlog, for the 20. Yeah, Rimlog's, which one was that for? Was it for the Auburn one, or was it for the, Chiefs? I can't even remember anymore, dude. I don't know. I think you gave up on the Auburn one, but you haven't given up on the Chiefs bet yet. We did futures bet, well, you know, in Vegas, but we did it through my bookie. So anyway, man, if you're talking like just the low to high of the XABCD stuff, if it's real, you haven't even hit it close to 236 yet, right? So common retrace levels targets for Carvana are gonna bring you down here. If this is it, which we don't know yet, it's not even a shallow retrace yet. It's just one bearish engulfing candle, and it's only back tested the upsloping resistance as support now, so it could just bounce again if the macro wants to go nuts tomorrow to the upside. But as we know, it doesn't look too hot for the S&P 500 based on how it's correlated with that upsloping resistance. It's now below it again. Oh, for the Auburn one, yeah, that's what I thought, dude. All right, Matt Antonucci coming in from Italy, man. Told the legendary story of how he got here with his fam on the Vegas trip IRL. Okay, so this is the, if this is the top, this is the reversal area where the asset could reverse, or reverse. Get it? Or if it's too large of a pattern, then this could be it, man. Right? I mean, you know, we're painting like extremely large pattern that's been around for over half the year. I mean, that remember from your previous high to low where you are. I mean, you were near a 1618. You exceeded the 1414. So, I mean, you're in outer space up here with these fib extensions, dude. Super deep. It could have gone deeper. It could have gone to $100, but it didn't yet. Not yet. But thanks, Macro, for that. Okay? Carvana. Let's look at Link. Let's go back to freaking S coins. Okay, in log. Same analysis as yesterday. Waiting on the PCZ, which we have not done. We have not hit that yet, right? Down to like 175. Bell's going out of business. What's up, Anon? Yeah, Peter Pan Morgan. Well, it was getting to that level where it's just getting so high, and we know how high it is with fib extensions, right? If you don't use fib extensions, you have no idea. Okay. Man, think about doing like a 3-game teaser, Baylor plus 18.5. You get LSU plus points, and you get Ohio State minus 6. What? I'll show you what this looks like. Let's see. I don't use this often. Let's see. On mobile or on desktop. Teaser. 3-game teaser. All right. College foosball. So we're talking. You could also, if you feel comfortable with Oklahoma, you think they could win again, plus 1.5. But if you saw the Baylor-Oklahoma game in the season, largest comeback in Oklahoma school history. I actually had Oklahoma minus half a point on that one, so I'm very proud to have partaken in the history with the Sooners. But just something to look at could be like this, man. Let me show you. I don't know, man. This is sorry. This is the way you could look at it. All right. Baylor plus 18.5, LSU plus 3. Ohio State. I mean, you think these two might be locks, right? Or close enough. I mean, Georgia's not a bad team. I mean, LSU does need to show up to perform. So anyway, this one's kind of like, will they cover plus 18.5? I know that'd be a fun entertainment bet for championship weekend, regardless. Okay. But again, you're talking, remember, like the strategy that I've developed in my system is you want to lack parity in your bets. Okay, because you know, it's like you have the luxury of no parity sometimes in college football, whereas in NFL there's always parity. MLB, NBA, there's always going to be parity because the teams are just normally too evenly matched on any given day, any given Sunday, man, right? But college football is not like that. And so when you start getting this late in the season, this is where the parity occurs. So, I mean, at this point in the season, you're not putting much down on any bets, even if they're good. I mean, not like, you know, relative to what you were betting at the beginning of the year when there wasn't near the parity that there was. Okay, so anyway. What's up, Mr. Maggot, man? Good to see you, dude. You'd worry about Baylor, to be honest. I mean, you worry about them getting blown out when they were blowing out Oklahoma. Remember, they were winning by 25 points going into, like, I don't know, the fourth quarter or third quarter or something like that. So, okay, well, if you don't like Baylor, man, go for... if you're so confident, take your Clemson at minus 19. There you go. That's where the strategy works. So all they have to do is win by 3 touchdowns against Virginia. Or you get Virginia at plus 39, right? That's pretty insane numbers for a championship game, dude. 39, really? Seems almost like no way. Clemson will cover the normal spread. They'll win by 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, but 39? That means Virginia didn't even show up. That's like, they're not even there. They don't even deserve. Like, that just shows how bad the conference of the ACC is. If Clemson wins by 40 points, it means just Clemson's alone by themselves, and there's no one good at all in the ACC except Clemson. All right, man. Thanks for the 310 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub, I guess, if you want. You don't have to. All right, so again, waiting on Link. Great. The horizontal line, or the horizontal ray, right there. Alert is set up. Oh my God, Monero, it's up almost 1% today. Well, it's time to party. It's you know, not making higher highs, right? Guess you could say that's a support area. It's really right here, between $49 and $52, and you're above it. So stay above 51.85 long enough. Hey, maybe you spring and you back test the spring and maybe run again. I don't think it matters if Bitcoin sucks. Like, it's not going to do anything bullish if Bitcoin sucks. If Bitcoin goes back down to 6,800, Monero certainly will not see 64 bucks. It will not rise anymore. Okay. Yeah, 39. So that's Monero, man. Just an update on it. Probably the best privacy coin on the planet. Let's go. The S coins are depressing. Yeah, Kevin Grubb, why do you think no one shows up to the streams anymore? It's just like, Who cares about crypto? I mean, like, who even cares about stocks? I care about stocks. But it's like I can't get other people to care. I get some to care. Majority of people just care about Pundycoin and IOTA and ADA. So, yeah, we can look at KMI, Sergio. Let's go, dude. Let's friggin' go. Continuing on the journey, the neckline break journey. Fantastic. Closed at its lowest point of the day. Down 1.07%. Let me make this Christmas tree a little bit larger. Just a little bit. It's now the second. There you go. Just a tidbit. What do I think about leverage longs on Bitcoin? I don't know, man. I don't really hold weight on it because think about it. That Bitcoin longs chart you're looking at, that is not an aggregate of all exchanges where there is the ability to long with leverage. It's only on one exchange, right? If you're looking at the Bitfinex long chart, well, what about everything else? What about all the other exchanges that don't have that or do have that, right? It's kind of tenuous. It's kind of like looking at volume on an exchange. Because it's like we know most of the volume's done OTC. That's kind of like you just grain of salt, and you can't care too much about that stuff. Okay, so we need to, I mean, is this what we came up with? Something that has the most reactions wins? Alright, this is going to come to a surprise to some people. But, you know, we had the meme of the month. We haven't announced it yet. But there were a lot of good, a lot of really good entries this month. Tons of them. And we can go through some of them since, I mean, like, clearly no one really cares about what's going on in the market. That's obvious. So we're going to look at memes. And great. I mean, don't get mad at me, man. Here's like November 1st, right? In crypto, but don't watch Mitch. All right. That was by Jim Plunkett. Excellent effort, man. Very good. Here is, you know, Heath himself posted this as well. 30 cents. You shall not pass. Which is extremely accurate. Well, I actually hit 31 cents and then dumped, right, to the bottom of the world. So beautiful. All right, this one's, this one's, you know, that was Stay-at-Home Kings, right? He said, woo, Pundycoin. Lots of reactions there. Very good. Yeah, Archangel, I don't know. Someone maybe have done that already. Tom Jones posted this one. You shall not pass. 9,000. How right he was. Right? Not surpassing 9K. And it's me with Gandalf. And there's a dragon. The Legend of Smog Connect, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, there's the kid. I don't know. Okay, this is the one that it seems like maybe got the most reactions. Bruh. According to the powers that be. You know, it's like we're going on to Mordor, man. So, very good. Satchery, man. And Wayne Batson, you know, this is HG's Parallel Parking Academy. He's just destroyed a Lambo. Wheel spins. Correct. Okay, very good. Very good at Black Plasma. You know, the Spider, all-time highs 2020. No limits, no fears, no substitutes. The PPT, Jerome Powell, President Trump, the President of China, Xi Jinping, Kramer Connect, Lamborghini. Very good. The Spider, look, ER, get it? Running report. Weird, dude. I think this is so creepy. Very creepy. I can't even do those. Anyone using those never use. That's so weird, dude. I don't like it. Ugh. Freaks me out, man. that. Don't even worry about that. Look at that. It's so weird. Okay, so this one's very good. Summer 2020, still making their way. It's the Mitre TA car. Yeah, so them Duke boys at it again. HG's, there it is, the parallel parking academy car. It's making its way in the meme world. Very good. Here you go, Bradford coming out with the car, whatever. Okay. Whatever, dude. Dan Stylus. And here it is, man. This is the one I thought might have taken it, you know, with it's the same, the Duke Boys one, but pulling the Ford F-150 with Marty McFly on it, you know, because the DeLorean. It's a beautiful little mashup, meme mashup. I don't know. There it is, dude. The Tesla car is in the back behind the, you know, in the game, the World Series. Strike 2, because 1-2. Yeah, hype in the chat. Doesn't want to hype in the chat. I get it. I don't know what this is. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire fiat systems collapsing. We're in the beginning stages of mass fiat extinction. And all you can talk about is Bitcoin and fairy tales of eternal midwood growth. How dare you? I don't know. Yeah. See, there's a lot, man. There's a lot of stuff that was posted this month. Okay, we're just doing the review. Whatever. There's nothing else going on. Believe me. If Bitcoin was doing something, we'd look at it. Okay. Good God. Blade Runner, November 2019. Here it is. Reality, November 2019. Boom. Wrecked. Crypto land. What is it? Probability that Mitch will conduct a live stream is inversely proportional to the number of cautionable games played at that night. It's science. Yeah, you're right. You're right, side girl. It's very true. Here it is, man. You know, double chug chances on the wheel spin are 1%. I like those. Wrecked. Certainly, because I keep getting wrecked. Okay, so it's over. This is over too. This doesn't count either. This is part of 1 month. So out of all the reactions, it looks like, according to people, you know, this had like 9 top. I mean, whatever, dude, because like I like it. Oh wait, I already have it liked. Sorry. I didn't know that's how we voted, but it seems like we are, and we're working on how to vote now. So this is the one that got the most. All right, this one had like 12 top, 14, 13. So, you know. All right, this one had 12. This one had 14 as well, right? So mods, what do we do? Like, what do you do when you have a tie? We literally have a tie, 14 and 14. The Pundy Coin LSU cameo in this. So what do we do now? Yeah, we can look at EA, of course. EA everything got wrecked, man. Not really that surprising, but this is still above the neckline. Okay, it's down not even 1% today. Nothing to worry about. Okay, here it is. EA at the neckline, back testing the neckline. Hopefully it holds on, but it probably won't at the macro dumps. Right, continues to sell off. Probably not going to be able to hold above this confirmed pattern now. These memes are way more exciting than crypto price action. Tell me about it, dude. You'll break the tie, Kevin. Uh-oh. What does that mean? Still seeing the same number. 14 and 14 at the highest levels of any meme. Nothing above 14. Yeah, dude. Still a tie. I told the chat to go vote. Yeah, go vote in the Discord if you want to break the tie, certainly. Yep, there's a tie for Tim and Zachary. So wholesome grail, something spicy about to happen on what, dude? Based on what, you know? Like, is there any sort of divergence that's developed yet that I haven't seen? Yeah, VFF, yep, certainly. All right, chat. We live on the 8s. It's Your candle. Kenobi, I thought you'd never ask again. High ground soon? I think maybe not. Like, I think that we might have another small move up to 7,500, maybe 77, 7,800 again. Maybe even 8,000 on this little impulse. But eventually, this impulse will end with a major lower high than the previous high, and we'd sell off again to at least double bottom at 6,800 or even go down to 6,150. Okay. I don't think the bottom is in yet. The major bottom of this entire correction's in yet. No. Okay. Okay. It's looking like the winner right now. We got 16 likes on the Lord of the Rings versus the 14 still. Zachary wins with 16 actually. Okay. Well, there you have it, chat. There you have it. So what we'll do... has won. Wow. So simple, right? So simple, but it got the most votes. And that's all we can do, man, right?
Bruh.
I can't play Lord of the Rings music, otherwise my video will get taken down, but I guess who even cares? No one's even going to rewatch this video. It's like no one even cares anymore about live price action of Bitcoin. No one cares. So, we'll do it. We'll put it up, man. Put it up. Where shall it go? Okay, let me add it. We must melt it down with all the rest. We have to, like, now I have to take it, so iconic, man.
How we looking on bearish divergence on VRTX?
I wonder if this is even real life right now. It may not be. Hold on. It may just be my... Was it real? Yeah, that was real. Oh, thank you, iconic man. Vertex. Pharmaceutical man. How we still there. Still very much there. Now I know that you know, it's like the last time I looked at this, what was it, like that? Yep. Was it a wedge or was it just a channel? Can't remember because it didn't save. Yeah, it's kind of like a channel. But here you are, man. Divergence Connect still very real. Not on the RSI. Not on the RSI, but definitely on the MACD, like a high, a higher high. I mean, and coincide that a little bit of divergence on the MACD with the upsloping resistance, and then you coincide that with cruise major high to low. Oh, 1618 fib extension, dude. I mean, it's just like, yeah, it's ready to go to the downside. All right, well, everything I just said, if you don't get it, that probably. And a great target would be 194, a back test maybe at some point. Okay, so it's looking fine, iconic. Everything's it's, you know, not really going yet. You know, it's not really selling off. But you'd think, man, after just straight up since late September to now, I'm talking never selling off and retracing. It seems likely at these levels that a retrace could occur, even if it's not that bad, even if it's not that crazy. That's Vertex, man. Wow. Does that help, dude? Let me know. Thank you, man, for the 666 on episode 777. Hence the Jesus beams. All right. All right, make sure I get this. Sorry to that one, but there's nothing I can do. Maybe I can move these all over. It's now coming to a point where everything down here has to be pretty much a meme of the month. Just running out of room. Alright, something like that. Yeah, so the only ones left that aren't memes of the month are really learning harmonics. That's it. Every single other one has one meme of the month. 1 point. Okay. So there you have it. Big round of applause to everyone who participates in this and makes this culture so much better, right? These memes were created some of the best times and the worst times. So thanks.
Bruh.
So, Mr. Wolverman, let's go get the high ground, Kenobi, man. But it'll be a minute, man. We're in a correction. We've been in a correction for like 160 days, and we know there are lower levels we could go to. And right now, the market is just not giving us any reason to believe on a very significant time scale that the bottom is in, like the major bottom is in from this correction. Right, once I get divergence, I'll feel more confident. I'll feel a lot better and say, hey, man, we got a higher probability of a reversal coming here at this point, but that just isn't, we're not there yet. We're working on it, though. Definitely working on it. Of course you can, Wholesome Grail. What's up, Dean C? Coming in from England. Come on, England. Well, thanks for the new people joining the Discord. Appreciate it a lot. Looks like a good short. I mean, like, there's no divergence. It's gone straight up. I mean, what's the fib extension? Probably 1618 or close. Oh, of course. It's about to be, man. Look at this. Yeah. It's Axum Therapeutics. Look at this, chat. My God. Went from your previous high to the low, and as you can see, the 1618 fib extension is right around $40, nearly $41. You're getting there, man. But again, there's no divergence with it, so that kind of sucks. Normally you want to see it all line up the 1618, but sometimes you're just not going to get that. Nothing really, except you're just immensely overbought on the RSI, but no real bearish divergence on the 4 hour or the daily. But it's probably a testament to just how high you went up, how fast, right? X, A, B, C, D. I mean, if anything, right, that'd be shoot, man, with that thing can be anything. I don't really care. I'm not worried about a harmonic, but I am saying that it's 1618. Yeah, it's a decent area for low risk. You know, could go up a little higher, but yep, these are areas, man. These are it. But normally you want stronger stuff on the oscillators. We're just not getting that. We're getting too much bullish convergence. So could still reverse dramatically. And your target, if it does reverse, is probably going to be down at $30, right? If it reverses at $40, there's no support until here, right? So that would be your target if you were shorting. You'd be waiting for like $30 to $31. Okay. Young Love, what happened to your name, dude? Don't understand. Dude, I can't believe I've been live for an hour. I mean, time still flies with the market being dead, you know. It still goes by fast. Do we just want to beat our head against the wall and look at like the same stuff? All right, where it's ADA pattern holding the 88% retrace, which it should have never really even gone down there. Should have gone 786 and rallied, but again, you haven't broken down sloping resistance. You haven't even made a common retrace yet. You haven't done anything on ADA. So just waiting for the world to crash and burn or not, right? Dude, I don't know. I think what is going on downstairs? Someone is raging so hard on my TV. Jesus. Where's Bitcoin going? I don't really know or care. But I'll tell you this, as a swing trader, we don't have any reason to believe there's value where we are, right? We sell off more, wait for the divergence. But the same analysis I've been giving over and over and over. Should take like a week vacation or something and come back so I have more things to talk about than the same stuff I talk about every day. Good God. I mean, I could just start scanning charts. Could easily just do that. Let's see here. Let's see. ETF. EMLC. I don't know if I mess with this dude. I just don't know, man. Like, I don't... Head and Shoulders, you want to call it that? I don't know, dude. I mean, maybe. Jeez, dude. I don't know. I don't like it that much. There's a neckline. Yeah, you break the neckline, you're screwed. MLC, meh. Right? It's not that good. Target will be down there if you break that neckline. I don't know, man. Not that good. NWSA. News Corp New. Oh my God. Do you see this, chat? Jesus. I mean, shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline broken, and now you're like, well, now you're forming like an inverse head and shoulders after back testing and failing. I don't know. So, and you got bullish divergence, so this one's kind of like, yeah, let's see. I mean, you had a pretty decent retrace. See, ran up like 61.8% of the way. So this one's okay. It's really not that great though. I'm looking for the head and shoulders to be like in development, right? Like we're working on the right shoulder, not like we've already broken the neckline. So this one's okay, but not that great, man. I mean, if this was to really play out, you know, fully, which I don't know. You know, you could go all the way back down to where we were. Look, right, make down here, supports. That makes sense. 1135. Go to Maxim. MXIM. Just looking, doing a little scanning. Dang it. Oh, God. See, it's like, it talks about head and shoulders, but then it's like, look, like cipher-esque stuff going on. X, A, B, C, D, you know? Extremely bullish trend too. Wow. I don't know, man. Seems like there's like a huge range. Why would it say that there is a head and shoulders? Because this, and this. It's like left shoulder, head, right shoulder. I don't know. It still looks kind of scuffed to me, but whatever. Right neckline. I mean, we can keep our eye on it, but again, I don't know. It's still like weird. It's not like perfect. I want perfect. And I can settle. I don't have to settle really because I can look at a billion different assets, you know. I don't think you'd hit a measure move if you did break the neckline. I legit think there's something like a cipher going on. So, exit. Yep, perfect. See, I mean, you'd think that a reversal would be happening near the neckline. I like that more than this. You know, it's like down here where it looks like it might dump. Then it reverses at 53 bucks. You know. Again, look back. Bullish trend. Can add it to the watch list, I guess. I wonder on the scanner there's like fib extension stuff, you know? Doesn't look like it. There's no Fibonacci. Precious metals, downtrend broken. You're now kind of in an uptrend. Oh my god, dude, it's just like gold. It's like the gold. I'm looking at the gold chart again. Okay, yeah. So higher lows. You're rallying. Real nice rally. But it's saying there's a head and shoulder pattern going on. You know, and I guess until you break above 28.55, it might be that way. But then again, you look like zoomed in, it's almost like an inverse head and shoulders, right? Look at the momentum shifting now. Like, I just don't buy it. Right? Head and shoulders, scanner, give me a break. It's like this almost. That's like an ascending triangle now, right? Becoming that. Nah, dude, just complex inverse head and shoulders. It's like all it is. Potentially. Right? Complex inverse head and shoulders, potentially, and the neckline's 28.54, and if it ever broke to the upside, well, you know what to do. Measure move, man. Okay, 100% measure move put you at 52-week highs. So I don't know, man. I don't know about buy. You know, it says head and shoulders on the scanner, but again, it's like your trend reverse, dude. You know, like look. It's like 1, 2. I don't know, 3. You probably adjust. It's probably good to adjust on the top side now. You probably would have had it like that. 1, 2 now. Yeah, look at that, dude. I mean, it's like okay. WPM. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. Just wanted to look at some stocks. I don't know, man. This is what I do in my free time anyway, so we just might as well, you know, do it when I'm live. But not much I can do, man. I can't make people, you know, become euphoric and feel the way they used to feel when the market was pumping to, you know, $10,000. I can't change that. So all I can do is do what I love, and this is what it is, you know. And it's not fun or enjoyable. It's not even content for some people. So for most people, so whatever, man. I think some of y'all might have got something out of this today, maybe not. But thanks for watching either way. So I'll just be back probably tomorrow, man. Come on, dude. Really, 2-day streams or 2 streams a day with this market. I'll be back sometime. So until next time, respect the TA.